we'd like to begin with a word from our sponsors. Legolam, what do your elf eyes see? Okay, dude, first of all, that was really rude. What the hell do you mean elf eyes, you know? See what other people see, you know? Shut up. No, just tell me what you saw. Well, I don't know, dude. There's an evil overlord burger up ahead. What? I don't think we should eat at the place run by our arch nemesis Legolam. I don't know, dude. I got a coupon, so I mean, he wouldn't be making that much money, you know? Be taking some of his resources. Perhaps eating an evil overlord burger is a heroic endeavor. Let us depart. Now, with halfling meals.
Yes, you know, you said to join in at any point there, but
Yeah.
I didn't really see an opening.
Yeah, that's probably on me.
You know, that was a good opening.
It was a nice opening.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Hit the Hay.
Sponsored by Evil Overlord Burger.
Apparently.
Sponsored by every burger ever made by someone bad.
Yeah. McDonald, I'm looking at you.
Make Burger King. We know that you are indeed a fascist.
Wendy.
Yeah.
Dave and Wendy.
Yep.
We're looking at you.
We're looking at all of you.
Try our new cockatrice fingers.
Oh no.
No, thank you.
Release the McCracken.
Make Cthulhu is calling.
Oh boy. Well, it's a warm July day.
It
Sure is, my homies.
It's spicy.
The air is spicy. Yes.
It's like Chipotle mayo, walking around through a big, thick cloud of vaporized Chipotle mayo.
I can relate to this.
So Chipotle mayo itself is walking through a cloud of evaporated Chipotle mayo.
Yeah, we're looking at you, Chipotle.
Even though you don't make burgers, you're probably still evil too.
Yes.
Probably.
Remember, kids, there's no ethical consumption under capitalism.
Hooray!
Nice. And it's so warm, in fact, that it's the kind of hot day that you have trouble trying to think of things to do on your podcast.
Word.
So
we're going to the superhero wiki.
Yeah, not quite yet, though.
Among other things.
Among other things. We've got some beef.
We've got some...
Nice.
Yes, it's not quite Loudred level beef, but it's, you know, we've got some things to...
Where is the beef?
To spake upon this sweet mic.
Spacking.
McSpackin'?
Yes.
Like a nice large McSpackin'.
I'm looking at you, Ronald.
Yeah. So what's our beef is not only with capitalism. That's an ongoing beef.
Yeah.
But our first beef is these gosh dang live action remakes.
Yeah.
Not feeling it.
As someone who works in the entertainment industry, technically
In a way.
I work in the entertainment
As
industry.
someon who works in the adult entertainment industry.
As someone who works occasionally.
I work in session at an adult theater. No. As someone who has...
Would you like some popcorn to go with your smut, sir?
Nice.
Would you like some smut to go with your popcorn,
Hey.
sir?
As someone who has worked in both the concession and box office of the largest movie theater in Canada.
We're looking at you,
Fascinating.
Mr. Actually...
Colossus?
Yeah, Colossus.
He's my favorite Avenger.
Yeah, dude. Too many people are going to The Lion King.
Yeah, you know, I'm very surprised that people are actually going, because pretty much entirely the reaction that I have seen to this film has been a very negative one.
Yeah.
But I think people are still, like, going in droves to see this movie.
Yeah.
Why don't you just watch the actual Lion King? It's a better looking movie.
Well, I don't know if this was true with your Cineplex, Connor, but the weekend that The Lion King came out, it looked like there wasn't any other movies playing in the theater.
Really?
Yeah, like, because I looked at both Abbotsford and Chilliwack, and the only listed movie online for those days was The Lion King. Like it said, there was no other showtimes for any other film.
That was definitely not the case.
in-
We're not going to have all 19 screens
Play the
Play
Lion
the Lion
playing The Lion King.
I don't think they had every
That's
screen
not-
playing. I think they only had like
Not when Secret Life of Pets 2 is still out.
You know, that's honestly like the Illumination one. Like movies are pretty much almost as bad as the like live action. Yeah.
Yeah. I would rather look at the... well, I don't even know if I would rather look at The Lion King.
I feel like I would rather look at The Lion King than
Yeah,
Secret Life of
I
Pets.
guess. It's just, you don't want to try to, like, garner any real, like, emotional attachment from those cold, soulless lion eyes.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, though. I read an article in the, I think it was in the Vancouver province or whatever, or some BC newspaper, that was specifically had an article praising John Oliver for his contributions to The Lion King.
I love John Oliver. He's
too.
a delightful man.
He's the star of YouTube Rewind 2018.
Really?
He was in it.
He was in it.
He was in
Okay.
He was in it.
Anyway, I love him and everything else that he does.
I just think that there's specifically a newspaper article praising John Oliver as Zazu in the new Lion King.
But to follow in the same footsteps as gosh dang Rowan Atkinson is an impossible task. Doesn't matter who you are.
Who's Rowan Atkinson?
Yeah, Rowan Atkinson was Zazu.
Didn't even know. That
Yeah,
makes
dude.
sense.
Right?
Well, and one of the other things is like with Eric Andre as one of the hyenas. Like
Yeah.
That for me was almost a reason to go and see this movie.
Sure.
But like,
Same with Keegan-Michael Keyes.
it's sort of hilarious that like I've seen a couple of interviews that Eric Andre has done since The Lion King.
Right.
And it's like, boy is on his best behavior right now due to that Disney paycheck.
Yeah.
Eric Andre normally in an interview just totally goes like, absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
And he'll just like he can like
Considering what he does on
Yeah.
his own show.
like he can make an interview a very interesting experience for many people. But his interviews since he's done The Lion King is like you can tell he's like not wanting to behave, but he is behaving.
Yeah.
Which is sort of hilarious.
Does
Yeah.
that make him a Lion King?
So,
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's that Disney paycheck, man.
Yeah.
He-
Gotta
He's
be on your
getting
best
that-
behavior for
He's
the
like-
getting
Disney
that,
paycheck.
guys. He's getting that Disney Channel flow.
Yeah, dog.
And like, and same thing with freaking like Donald Glover.
Mm-hmm.
I love that man so much.
He do a lot of
Like
good
he makes some real good art.
No one cares about the Han Solo movie, though.
No one cares about the Han Solo movie, even though he was
A lot of people
one
say
of the
he's
best parts.
of the movie.
Yeah. Of that movie, but
Isn't one of Rhett and Link's kids named Lando?
I don't know.
I don't follow Rhett and Link that closely.
Neither do I.
But like, I listened. So you know how they released that clip of them doing Hakuna Matata, and they're like kind of trotting down the
A
road,
path.
a
Yeah.
path. I listened to it and I'm like, I mean, he sounds fine, I guess, but the animation just like takes away all the soul,
Yeah,
and it's hard to take away the soul from Donald heckin' Glover.
yeah.
Man's got soul for days,
But,
I wish I had a soul.
don't we all?
but yeah, it's really unfortunate that all this money is going into these movies
And all this talent.
and all this talent.
Yeah.
But it's not original. It's not
Well, and
for
I
the
heard.
sake of the art. It's for the sake
Yeah.
of making money.
Well, and I heard that they didn't have. Is that the Lion King, the new one, wasn't animated by animators? It was animated by special effects guys.
Oh no.
it's still animators.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but they were. It wasn't like character animators. It was special effects guys. It's the guys who
Right.
like do the VFX in a live action film.
Right. Yeah. Oh, well.
And they did the whole thing.
With
Yeah.
that said, regarding live action remakes, I like what I have heard about the Mulan remake. Because they've taken out all of the music.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
I
they're
didn't know
not
that.
going to make a man out of you?
Correct. Shang Li is not in it. So Mulan doesn't need a boyfriend.
Oh, cool.
It's the wind. We've got the window open, so the door is every now and
Mushu
then.
I was like, is someone
Vaguely.
else breaking into this apartment?
No.
Relatable. Is Mushu in it?
No.
No, he is
I
not.
did hear that Mushu was not in it.
No.
So is this not at all Disney's Mulan? It's just a retelling of the Chinese legend?
Exactly, but but still with Disney
Okay.
stamped on
That's
it.
interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, in that case, it is a departure rather than like in a near shot for
Yeah,
shot.
it's a
remake.
totally different piece
no,
of art,
listen,
but
if the
using
Lion
a
King
similar
was a
story.
shot-for-shot remake, it would look better.
Yeah, I know.
Not only is, but like the thing about Lion King is it doesn't.
It doesn't do anything
It
different.
doesn't have a color palette.
In fact, they do
It
less.
has a color palette of gray
They do
and
less.
gray.
The remake doesn't freaking have Be Prepared.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's one of my...
Spoilers for those of you who have seen it, but I hope that's enough
Be prepared
to
for the
con-
chance of a lifetime.
Yeah, it's one of
Be prepared for sensational news.
yeah.
Copyright.
Oh,
We go yeah.
man. The charming new era is tiptoeing near.
Yeah,
But where do we feature?
exactly.
Just listen
That's
to
my
teacher.
point. Is
I know it sounds sordid, but you'll be rewarded. When at last I am given my due.
and injustice deliciously squared. Be prepared. Yeah,
Or my teeth and ambitions are buried.
true.
Yeah.
Also that. My point is that song's not in there, and it's one of the few Disney songs that's in my range.
Well, I'm sure you could do Gaston.
I don't want to do Gaston.
Well,
Like,
actually,
could
most of it's
and
sung by
should.
LeFou, but there are a few Gaston lines thrown in there. When I was a lad, I ate 4 dozen eggs every morning to help
Yeah.
me get large.
Yeah.
Now that
Oh.
I'm grown, I eat 5 dozen eggs, so I'm roughly
That's a whole
the
other-
size of a barge.
That's a whole other rant about how Gaston is robbing the entire town of its eggs.
Yeah.
But the thing about this remake is that even though they're trying to go for a beat by beat remake, but with quote unquote better realistic animation,
Why does it look worse?
they've somehow made a beat by beat remake that has zero of the soul from the movie, which is what made it a good movie.
Yeah, you know what the Lion King had? A color palette.
Yes.
That wasn't just gray.
And like that, like
It was colorful.
brown.
I thought we were done with
Yellow
making
brown.
things dark and gritty. Like that
Is this
didn't
Mad Max?
it didn't work out for
Is this-
DC.
Is this Mad Max? Is this Zack Snyder's Lion King?
I feel
The
like
Dark Lion
if we had that, it wouldn't be far from what we have.
I think the Dark Lion King would just be a little bit edgier, just to push it enough into being
I mean,
a little more entertaining.
My other point is that we already have a live action Lion King, and it's called Hamlet.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Hey,
Got
so
him,
that's a
my dudes.
hot pretentious
Rose
actor
and
take.
Hamlet, Krantz, and Gilden Hamlet.
That is what the kids call them.
Timon and Pumbaa are dead.
Yeah. that's
That's
low-key.
Lion King 1.5.
Lion King
Exactly. With that said, speaking of live action remakes of beloved musical
Oh, yes.
works, let's
So-
talk about Cats.
The internet has
Cats.
given us something that, we really didn't deserve, but we have
We
it.
needed.
And it is it's beautiful, and it's something that I'm wholly glad exists in this.
I know Emmett's a
timeline.
big fan of the Rum Tum Tugger.
Yes, first off, Jason Derulo as the Rum Tum Tugger is perfect.
I need
that
to
beautiful,
establish-
sexy cat man.
I know so little about this musical.
Okay,
Like,
so
I
do you
know-
want to know the actual... Cats has a plot, and I'm going to tell it to you
Okay.
right now. And this is what I've gotten from like Wikipedia and TV tropes. So all the cats are gathering together
right.
to decide which of them is going to be reincarnated.
Okay.
And they all get together and they each explain why they individually should be reincarnated but one of them gets kidnapped by a wizard.
So
Another cat's also a wizard.
So does the entire Cats musical take place in some sort of like feline underworld or like afterlife?
No. Because all these cats are alive.
Okay.
And how it actually ends is one of the cats is chosen to be reincarnated. And now how they depict it is the cat flying off in a tire. But what's actually happening in universe is that they are burning that cat alive within the tire.
Okay. So they...
What?
This is what I was going to ask, because I was going to say, you can't be reincarnated without dying first.
Yep.
So they're like, alright, we gotta choose which one of us we have to kill.
No, that's the thing. They all want it, though.
Wow, this is extremely unhealthy.
Andrew Lloyd Webber. What the actual...
Well, it was based
Look at
on
that
this...
on the mic feed.
Yeah, I know.
It was based on this book of poetry about cats by this one other famous poet.
Of course it was.
But there was one poem that he didn't include in the book because it was for kids. And it was a sad cat poem.
Great.
And then Andrew Lloyd Webber was like, sad cat poem? Hell yeah, my dudes. And he made it into a huge thing.
So, when I had a couple of, like, sort of... When I was looking at all the hubbub about it on Twitter, there's always, you know, a handful of different voices and opinions, you know, banking in on this. So I had Emmett, who I still don't really know what your stance on it was.
The Cats trailer is beautiful and it's something that should be protected.
Okay. I also had Lindsay Ellis raving about it. The YouTuber Lindsay Ellis. If you're listening to this somehow, if this is like far,
Lindsay Ellis, stop creeping. This is a private conversation.
If far down the line I've made it as a YouTuber and you've gotten into my content, hello, and
You've taken a channel dive.
And thank you for your contributions to the Cats dialogue. However many years ago this was.
This you're going to be hearing this in 2057.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I for one welcome our insect overlords.
Yes.
I for one welcome our cat overlords.
Yes.
Fair enough.
And her take on it was just like, I'm so ready to be unironically enjoying something this ridiculous.
Oh yes, exactly.
Because that's the only way that you can enjoy something like that, is if you're like, yeah, it's ridiculous, I love it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Cats.
And you see, I tweeted something a few days ago saying that I had watched the Cats trailer so many times that they were starting to look normal and all other humans were starting to look uncanny to me. And should I be worried? No, I shouldn't. This is the way it should be.
Well, and I gotta say though, here's the thing, you know, if you look at a stage production of Cats, the makeup looks better than the CGI does.
That's the one point that I would say is I don't know why they decided it was necessary to go with friggin', I don't know if it's like motion cap.
Well, you see, the thing is,
motion cat.
Listen, they didn't have to give this to us, but they did.
chose to.
They chose to.
They spent so much time thinking about whether they could. They didn't stop to consider whether they should.
And we should be grateful for that specific purpose. It's like, you know, unfortunately the Sonic design is going to be redone, even though it was a beautiful dumpster fire as well. And
those poor animators paying for executive mistakes.
I just want to see the universe where the Sonic movie got made as is.
Yeah.
Because that's so beautifully
yeah,
disgusting.
that's true.
I didn't even
the
wish I could see it. You know, like, spend 2 hours in a theater just looking at something that physically hurts me.
I didn't even think about the Sonic movie. Good lord.
God, you know what, guys? Detective Pikachu proved that sci-fi can look good, you know?
It did. It really did.
I still haven't seen it.
What? Ryan Reynolds is Detective Pikachu.
Pikachu. Poolkachu?
Spoilers.
Yeah, that's the twist. Ryan Reynolds is Detective Pikachu.
Shoot.
Yeah, my dude. I love the Mr. Mime scene, sir.
Yes, that was easily the best part of the movie.
Well, he's getting away. I should have worn a helmet.
Again, I have
that
not
scene
seen
is
it.
like just some really solid like improv and saying yes to the offer and just going with your scene partner.
How do we know it wasn't just scripted?
Don't ruin my life like this.
I
need this.
I ruin lives professionally.
I've noticed.
Like Emmett's life.
In any case, do not support soulish cash grabs like The Lion King. Support beautiful masterpieces like the Cats movie.
Which may or may not also be cash grabs, but
no,
who can
it's
tell?
Beautiful. It's art.
Also,
you got James Corden as a cat.
Also, we have literally
which is the worst thing I've ever heard, but also the best thing I've ever heard.
Real talk, we have no power over you. Spend your money on whatever the hell you want. I'm not
true.
Your dad.
This is capitalism.
If you want to go see friggin' live action Dumbo,
do so.
We can't stop you.
We physically are unable to stop you. You can just do it.
We can give you a informed opinion.
We haven't seen The Lion King. Ours is the opposite of an informed opinion.
An informed opinion on whether or not you should see Cats or The Lion King if you're going to see one feline-related
movie this
CGI
century.
Personally, I would rather go to see Cats than The Lion King.
I'm definitely going to see Cats.
Well, you see, here's the thing. It's better an entertaining dumpster fire than watching grass grow.
I'm going to watch every single screening of Cats at every movie.
I'm going to watch every
at the same
frame
time.
of Cats.
Yes. I'm going to,
each one is a painting.
Well, you see, Jack's Films did a frame-by-frame analysis of the Cats trailer, and it's over an hour long.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Perfect stuff. This is the content we need. It's not the content we deserve. It's the content we need.
I just don't understand why they thought that it would be a good idea to have Taylor Swift act in something.
I've never seen Taylor Swift act, and I don't
Exactly.
really have much of an affinity for her.
I did see her go out with Loki for a bit. Remember that?
Yeah, apparently she dated Tom Hiddleston for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
But again, it just adds to like the absolute bonkers
right
decision making that went into
you got
every
freaking
part of this movie.
Isn't like freaking Helen Mirren?
Maybe.
Or there's like a famous like kind of older Judi Dench.
It's Judi Dench.
Yeah.
I was like, Helen Mirren.
I get my older lady actors who are really good mixed up.
Yeah. Judi Dench, Jennifer Hudson is in it.
Professor McGonagall?
Ian McKellen is in it.
What?
Good.
Yeah, Ian McKellen.
Oh yes, I remember that.
I actually, you guys are getting me pumped for Cats.
Yeah, dog,
like,
exactly.
What's going to happen here? How is this gonna go down? Are they actually going to burn alive one of the cats?
Idris Elba is the evil cat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't there one other wizard cat?
I don't know. I don't really know much about cats.
Get with the lore of it, jeez.
There's the one that wrote.
There's Rebel Wilson cat. There's who else is in it?
There's a Rebel. Oh yeah.
Rebel Wilson is in it.
Right.
She's got a real uncanny cat sort of.
Yeah.
Thing
Well, I tell you, this is just something I stumbled upon on the TV tropes page, is that in older productions, the actors would generally base the Rum Tum Tugger off of like Mick Jagger or some other famous, musician of the time.
Yeah.
But that several modern productions have had the Rum Tum Tugger based on Justin Bieber with like chains and a baseball cap rapping all of his songs.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, they've done a hip hop Rum Tum Tugger, which was very unpopular actually. But they have Jason Derulo doing the Rum Tum Tugger, so like
maybe he can just be his own Rum Tum Tugger.
Yeah. Jason Derulo's, I haven't, again, listened to much of his music, but I know he's either rap or R&B, isn't he?
There's a little bit of both,
yeah.
I think. Yeah.
So I think it's fair to assume that'll be the version of the Rum Tum Tugger we'll be seeing in this film. But he is a total
we're getting the serious Rum Tum Tugger discussion in the lore in this video.
Jason Derulo as the Rum Tum Tugger is a total snack, and you can't convince me otherwise.
Alright. I'm not gonna try to.
No one's arguing with you.
No.
I mean, no one really has the capacity to.
Exactly. That's exactly what it should be.
Alright. Well, now that we've fleshed out that dialogue,
let's let's move on.
Let's move on to our next segment, which is we're gonna do some more
Wiki dives.
cursed wiki diving.
It's time to surf the wiki, or dive and then surf the wiki.
Yes. So
the wiki
Worth
is
the sickie.
as you may remember from our last episode, we did a deep dive into the.
Wait, guys, a
cryptid
little
wiki.
ASMR. Get wrecked, cryptid wiki.
nice.
Yes. So we did a deep dive into the cryptid wiki, analyzed some interesting creatures such as the bat squatch, and
Relatable.
so today we're going to try a completely different wiki.
The superpower wiki.
Yes, and Sam, I know, has spent a decent amount of time just browsing around this wiki, and so
And seeing how many words could have kinetic after them.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So essentially, what this wiki has is pretty much any conceivable superpower, no matter how useless, no matter how overpowered, or no matter how seemingly mundane it may be. This is
Human
listed.
physiology is one of the powers.
Yeah.
You probably have that.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
So it's like essentially anything you can imagine is a power on this wiki, and it presumably has a list of any character with that power on it as an example.
Yeah.
So what we're going to be doing is we're going to
Be doing the
Do I-
superpower wiki challenge, if you will.
Do I
This is a
just-
challenge video.
Do I just like search superhero?
Don't look up fandom first. There's no need.
I didn't know that.
You never need
You're
to
not-
look up fandom. You just look up a wiki and fandom's already there, 10 steps
right,
ahead of you.
Right, but I figured I'd cut out the middleman of Google.
That's
and
like
just,
the opposite of that. You added a middleman.
superhero.
in any case,
Superpower.
superpower.
yeah. So in any case, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be hitting the random button twice, and that will be our superhero. That'll be our.
And we'll have to
avatar.
create a character based on that.
Yeah, we have
Right.
to.
On the front page is antimatter manipulation. Okay, so you want to go to the top here. There's a
Go to
little
the top.
toolbar. Go to Explore.
Explorer.
And under that, you have Random Page. We're starting off with Connor.
Okay.
Oh, we're just getting into it. So he's going to hit the random button 2 times, and does he check the first time or no?
Well, no, you see it. Okay, first one for Connor. Ice Fire Weaponry.
Okay.
Fascinating.
Do you want to take a little look at what this may be?
So it's the ability to wield or create weapons with frozen fire power. So wait, that.
Contradicts the image, yes.
So, yeah.
So I think it can either mean to have both ice and fire weapons, or to have icy fire weapons.
Well, it
Right.
says cold fire flame weaponry or frozen fire flame weaponry. So this is some real anime shit.
Okay, so then is it either like in the picture?
Yeah, in the
And
picture
there's
you
a-
see them.
there's
the
a
picture
picture-
is not matching up with the description.
Okay.
But he's got essentially, I think the one side does, because he's got the blue flames, and I think the blue flames in this image are meant to signify this is like fire but cold.
Sure.
So it's like
He's got
fire but the
regular
opposite. Then he's got
fire.
regular fire on the other side. Just ignore that.
Okay.
Oh, and this is
It's like some anime
Rave Master. Cool story. Guy who wrote Fairy Tale.
Okay. All right.
So that's
I've
your
got-
first one, to wield
that's my
weapons of
first
icy
one.
fire. Not to create or control it, but to
All right.
wield weapons of it.
And animal shield construction.
What?
What does that mean? The power to create shields and shield-like objects from animals?
So wait. So like, okay, let's break this down. So if you're like, you're in a battle, and there's some guy who's just like freaking shooting fireballs at you, and like, some rabbit is just like, I really need more than anything at this moment to just sprint across this battlefield to get that one really nice looking carrot that's just
You
there
shouldn't
on the
feed
other
rabbits
side.
or carrots to rabbits. They're too high sugar.
And this rabbit just decides to go for it. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna run. And then you, in your dire moment of need, where you're about to get your frozen icy flame, it's gonna go out and things are going bad. This rabbit just comes along, and you just freaking pick this rabbit up, and it's realized that it's made the worst mistake of its life, and you morph this rabbit into a force field of
or
presumably
a shield.
of presumably flesh and bone.
Well,
And I don't know whether the rabbit reforms afterwards if it can take that kind of a
okay,
blow.
so this is my question: is do I have to kill an animal in order to create the shield? Because their example
Is a guy who's surrounding himself with bats from Castlevania.
he's imbuing his bat swarm with magic, causing the bats to act like a shield. So, to use your example...
Oh, okay. So I was thinking that, like, the animal
So there's a
itself would
swarm of
transmute.
rabbits around you, and you
They're all really hungry for that one carrot.
and you summon upon their power to just conjure. Well, look down to the other examples. Let's see. Known users. Well, one of them is using ghost animals. That doesn't really count.
Okay.
Yeah, what is this? The cryptid wiki? We're not looking for this kind of inconsistency.
Silva. It's a Shaman King reference. Bet you weren't expecting a Shaman King reference.
Damn.
Okay.
Remember Shaman King?
I feel like I got a little cheaped out on this.
No. This is
I mean,
you've
they're-
got a sword and shield.
I've got...
Yeah, you got a sword and shield. A sword made of icy flames and a shield made of living creatures.
Animals.
PW
Well, no.
damned.
So what is your character who wields ice fire as a weapon and animals as a shield?
This is like the most stupidest. It's like, imagine like actually like watching like, I don't know, watching an anime, watching like a superhero movie, and that's literally the character's power. What would like, what even?
I don't know if I'm gonna give him like a normal superhero name.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna call him Winston.
Yeah, perfect.
And he's a 14-year-old kid with high functioning anxiety, who
Okay.
yes, and he stumbled into some weird magic mojo.
As you do.
As one does.
As you do. And the magic mojo basically was affected by his high functioning anxiety to the point where instead of having, one coherent superpower, he's got both frozen fire weapons and also for some reason animal shields.
Yeah, it's just like,
Like the spirit appeared to him and is like, I will give you a power perfectly suited to you, and is like, what the heck?
Yeah. But he's so all over the place that the mojo is like, okay, don't really know what and then he gives him his superpowers, and he says to Winston, he's like, so is this what you want? And Winston is just
No.
like, I don't want you to go to the trouble of like choosing new ones for me, so sure, I guess this works.
And then he just fights crime.
Yeah.
in a way, it sort of reminds me of like a D&D character, and you just get magic items that
Exactly.
are completely not thematically coherent.
No.
It's like this animal shield was clearly meant for the druid, but the fighter wanted it for themselves and wouldn't give it away. So.
Exactly.
So, well, no, and now we have Winston out there fighting crime. Does he have a secret identity, or he's just Winston?
He doesn't have the time or mental energy to worry about that.
Yeah.
He's just going when he needs.
So Captain Subspace is like robbing a bank. What does Winston do? I'm Captain Subspace. Robbing a bank.
Well, it depends on the context of like where is Captain Subspace?
Where is the bank?
Where is the bank?
The bank's on Main Street. Captain Subspace is in the bank
So like
with a gun.
But like,
Captain Subspace doesn't have any powers.
But is it like a Spider-Man Homecoming sort of situation where like Winston just sort of like stumbles upon this happening? Okay, so first what he does.
I'm Captain Subspace and I'm robbing a bank.
So chances are Winston is outside seeing through the windows. If we're sticking with the Homecoming context. And so the first thing he does is look around to see if anyone else can take care of it. If not, then he just kind of like slowly walks through the door and
stand and deliver, young lad.
Yeah. He he basically like it's very much like sort of a Peter Parker sort of situation where the first thing he tries to do is just like, hey man, like I see what you're doing and I feel like there's a better way to
fascinating offer! Bang!
And then he uses his rabbit shield.
Well, no, yeah, a bunch of rabbits immediately jump in front of him and form a shield.
Yes.
Ping!
No, it doesn't ping off. It just kills 6 rabbits.
and then Winston is like, well, I've come this far and I've already engaged in the fight, so he just pulls out his fire ice sword and kills him.
I'm dead! Captain Subspace is dead!
Literally commits murder.
It's kind of hard.
He shot first, so, like, it's self-defense.
It's kind of hard to not kill someone when you've got a sword made of flaming ice.
Put them in a block of ice and they have to thaw them out. And
I guess.
But they're on fire.
He didn't think of that in the heat of the moment.
Yes.
Alright, so I think it's Emmett's turn?
Emmett's turn.
Okay, I'm next.
Here we go.
Random. First one. Energy transferal.
Alright.
The power to take energies from one target and put it into another one.
Okay.
So you could, like, steal someone's key or
So,
whatever?
The user can absorb/assimilate energies into objects themselves and or transfer it into other beings for various uses.
Okay.
So you steal people's key or their chakra
Their
or
life
whatever.
energy.
Word. Okay.
So
Wow.
does that mean you can like make someone way weaker and then make someone else way stronger?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's pretty
That's
neat.
what I'm getting.
You're a solid
That's
support.
pretty OP. Like, yeah.
Alright, what's your second ability?
Wow, I'm already a
Being
little
two
jealous.
bears. Multiple bear physiology.
Yeah.
Strength
Concentration.
Oh,
The
come
power
on.
to concentrate one's strength into a point of their body.
So you could put all of this. Wait, okay, so here's the thing though. You could
is
steal a bunch of
OP.
other people's strength and then put it all into one finger, and you have one finger that has the strength of 10 men.
But wait, if you don't have the power transferal, does that mean that like when you concentrate all of your strength into one point, does the rest of your body just go limp?
I think so.
Yeah, you just, like, immediately deflate. Like,
But your pinky, let me tell you, has the strength of a man. Like, you're the king of thumb wrestling.
it's like... it's like, I'm just imagining, like, somebody goes to, like, like, poke the finger and then just instantly, like, dies.
Now, you like, they're in chunks.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Nice.
yeah, I guess...
That actually works together pretty
So
well,
does your
though.
character
energy
have a name?
transfer and
Strength
strength concentration. So I think...
Finger of death.
So, like, again, am I going for, like, a superhero identity or just,
Yeah.
like, a character name?
Or either or.
I think my name is going to be Soup, because that's what I become when I transfer all of my energy and everybody else's energy into one point of my body, is that literally the rest of my body becomes soup. But then that one part of my body is, like, so strong, and that can defeat the enemy that wasn't...
And then the
sapped
enemy
its
is
energy
made
from.
into soup.
Yeah, exactly. The enemies are just made into soup to begin with. So it's sort of exactly really OP. But you know what? It's better him on the good guy's side than the bad guy's side.
I like that.
So yeah.
Did he was the name Soup like given to him, or did he just was like, all right, you might as well call me Soup?
I'm gonna say it was like a moment where it was.
He wanted to say Superman, but he choked. I'm Soup. He activates his power and all the strength goes.
I was
from his
gonna
vocal
say
cords.
it was a beautiful moment where his name was bestowed upon him by a loving mentor, but I'm gonna go with that instead. So yeah,
Nice.
that's Soup. That's what he do. He steals your energy, puts it into one point of his body, but it's already the battle's already over by that point, so I really didn't need to do that last bit.
I love that. All right.
All right, Sam time.
Hang on.
Come on and grab
Okay,
your
cool.
friends. We'll go to very distant Sams.
Cool.
Sam,
All
the
right.
Sam, and Sam, the Sam. The
It's the
Sams
Sam that
will
never
end
Sam.
its adventures, Sam.
It's Sam time.
Okay, let's see.
Here we go.
Spell amplification.
So you're not able to cast spells, but you can make
when
spells
other
stronger.
people's cast spells,
Again.
ooh-wee, you better watch out.
Again, a real solid support.
Yeah,
I'm already thinking of a character, the assistant.
Nice.
Like a magician's assistant who goes around finding magical heroes to aid.
He's got the skill to increase strength, duration, and potential of spells. It's a sub-power of spellcasting, opposite of spell negation, variation of power augmentation.
Okay.
That's
Relatable.
what it says.
User
It's got
can-
a picture of like Wizards of Waverly Place on there or something.
No, it's...
Is that what that? No, it's not.
I don't know my kids' TV shows.
Wow,
WIT's Academy? I don't even know what that is. May have a specific number of individuals required or allowed. May require the presence of more than one user to amplify a spell.
That is... Yeah, you need to amplify somebody's spells.
May require powerful individuals to amplify a spell. Effects may be temporary due to the amount of power the spell possesses. May require specific ingredients and items. May be limited to how much power the spell can be amplified.
Dope!
So, you had some limitations.
Yeah, spell... If the next thing is some sort of wizardry, I'm awesome. If it's literally anything else...
You're all screwed.
Yeah.
Alright, and last one.
I swear, though, I want it to be cutting your body in
Earth energy manipulation.
but it's not magic.
Ah! So you're an earthbender.
Well, no, I manipulate earth energy.
So the power to manipulate energy from Earth, variation of elemental energy manipulation, combination of Earth manipulation and energy manipulation.
Like, you see, the weirdo on our... that's being given as an example is just glowing blue because of the earth.
Right. User can create, shape, and manipulate the energies of the Earth, including geothermal energy and geomagnetism, as a force to crush objects, cause earthquakes, create force fields, project concussive blasts, form weaponry, and or manipulate physical aspects of Earth, such as rock. So you are an earthbender.
Okay,
So
but more about, like, geothermal energy.
Yeah, so you can also make, like, sonic booms.
So more like Geoforce from the new Young Justice.
Sure.
Whatever he do.
Yeah. What's his name?
Yeah, him. So wait, look at some examples. I'm curious.
Okay,
Who else is given his
examples.
Goku.
Goku, Mei Chang from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh.
I don't know most of these.
War
Pokemon using Earth power.
Or Greymon.
Yeah,
Well.
Terra Force.
Chip or Light Gaia from Sonic the Hedgehog. Also Dark Gaia from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sanhag the Horge.
Flora from Winx Club.
Son the Hedge.
And Richter from Marvel Comics.
Oh, Gamera.
Gamora?
Gamera.
Oh, Gamera.
That's a big old turtle.
Cool.
So, okay, I've got a character.
Okay.
The Totem. In that addition to his own... And he, like, wears, like, an earthen suit with, like, a sort of carved face onto it.
Nice.
And he goes around, and he literally just follows around, like, random magical superheroes. Like, he's not any specific one's sidekick. But he's like, oh, it looks like Dr. Wizardman is going to cast a spell. I'll juice it up for him.
Meanwhile, eat my earthbending.
Yeah. But he also, like... But then he draws this energy to, like... He also can control, like, geothermal energy and heat. But he mostly draws his energy from the earth, then puts that into the spell that he's
I was going to say... Can he, like, put a
yeah.
nice, like, earthy spin on whatever spell the other person is casting?
Like, Doctor Strange is like, Flames of Flabnar. And I'm like... And the Totem runs up and is like, I'll help you with that. And then the entire block of New York is drowning in lava. You're welcome.
We did it.
Not only are you throwing fire, now you're throwing fire and pebbles.
But no, that he, like, draws in all this earth energy, and then he pours it into rando people's spells, and it's just like...
Whatever happens at that point.
I love it. And
that's
hey,
the Totem.
I was casting a water purification spell, and you just sprinkled some dirt in it.
No, it's more like the water boils and then overcomes the entire landmass.
It's like
Wow.
it's a glass of water, and now the entire subcontinent is completely flooded.
Shoot, dude.
You're welcome.
Nice.
If anything's worth doing, it's worth doing well.
And then the three of them, Winston,
Soup.
the totem, and Soup, all get together. And,
Winston the totem and Soup.
all get together and form their beautiful team of superheroes called what?
Hot rock stew?
Hot rock stew.
Because that is a way to cook stew with hot rocks.
Yeah.
It's cold rock stew. Because it's cold flames.
Yeah.
Or hot ice.
Hot ice stew.
no,
Ice
no.
rock stew.
Well, no. What you do
No,
is
it's
what
hot
I can.
rock stew.
What I can do is I can create an ice block of fire, and then you can cook it over that. So it's solid ice, but it's hot enough that you can cook food
We're
on.
not
it.
actually cooking. It's a name.
We did it. We figured it out.
We did it. Cool.
Yeah, well, and you implied that your abilities were some magical mojo. So you're like trying to cast some ice fire, and I just make it just regular fire with geothermal energy.
Nice.
And it's just, and you again destroy a whole city block.
Great.
Well, no, and it's like you're trying to summon some animals to act as a shield, and I have a brontosaurus arise from the earth.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, would that count? Can
1,800 Brontosaurus has become his shield.
Could I create a shield out of animal
Dead
bones?
animals?
Out of animal bones?
There isn't a law.
Yeah, I mean, the one way to find out is to test it.
I suppose.
Well, I think we've created a quality superhero team.
Yes.
We did it, Reddit.
And with that,
Thanks, 9gag.
we've hit time.
Yeah, that's actually not as
Right?
bad as I thought.
See
I was
you
worried we were
later.
going overtime.
See
Yeah.
you later, haymakers.
We gotta-
That's what I'm calling the audience.
Nice. Well, I gotta do the outro first.
You're
Because
not my dad.
No, you're not, but I still gotta do the outro. So, thank you very much for listening. I didn't do this intro last time, which is why I'm making sure that I do it right now. If you've got topics for us to argue about, or
Send
just
them in, and we'll ignore them.
maybe you'll ignore them, I will not.
Like me and Em are having a totally separate convo while you're discussing the submission.
Yeah. So yeah, send those in. If you liked this episode, there's a button for that.
What?
Coincidentally,
What?
yeah, I know.
Rate 5 stars.
Nice.
Ring the bell.
You could ring the bell. You can also first subscribe.
Wrangle the dongle.
Ringle the deal.
And be sure to leave a comment about ways you feel your parents have failed you.
Sure. Watch the Cats trailer.